Today, I'm not at an abandoned cemetery. I'm just at an old cemetery, Goodfield United Methodist Church in Decatur, Tennessee. I passed by this church 1,000 times. My mom and my grandmother live up here. There's this old cemetery. It has a lot of the old, just primitive stones, field stones, whatever you want to call them. But there's also, my grandmother had told me, she said, I think it was either her great-great or great-great-great, I'm not sure which grandmother, who originally came from Scotland, is supposed to be buried out here. I'm going to try to see if I can find her grave. My grandmother, she's about to turn 99 years old, so you have to imagine if it was her great-great or great-great-great, it's pretty old grave. I don't know the dates on it, but I said we'll see what we can find. She did say, I think this is the oldest grave in this cemetery. I can't remember the name she said, or if she remembered the name, but this one is supposed to be the oldest one in this cemetery. And hopefully today my GoPro is gonna behave and the stabilization is gonna work, because it was really disappointing seeing how that video turned out. But you can see just how many of the field stones are here. So it's another one of, who knows who's buried here, or if the church has records of who is buried here. I love these kind of stones right here. They're real tall and thin, although they do tend to break. You see a lot of those, at least I've seen a lot of those in the videos I've watched from graves in England. So it's just kind of reminds me of that, and it's pretty interesting. I think the grave I'm really wanting to find is maybe over there by that big cedar tree. But I'm just going to walk, see if there's anything interesting as I go through. This one died June 30th of 1855. I don't know the date of the oldest graves here, but that one's already pretty old, so this cemetery's been here a long time. A lot of these are just about impossible to see what's written on them. I'm gonna have to start bringing, there's a 1851. I can't really tell the name on it, but died January, I don't know, 20 or maybe 2nd, I can't really tell, 1851. But yeah, I'm gonna have to start bringing some paper and crayons or something so I can get a better idea of what some of these say. I know I'm related to the Scotts. I'm named after the Scotts. This is John Scott, born 1821, Died 1864 maybe. And this is John Scott's wife, Nancy F. Born July 4th, 1830, died December 27th, 18, can't tell, 90, 80. So I don't know if this is the original one that came from Scotland. I'm not sure what this means. There's a hand pointing up and a crown. I don't know what that means. If anybody knows what that means, or Mama, if you're watching, if you know what that means, please let me know. Here's Margaret, wife of Robert Allen, born October 12th, 1802. Died September 19th, 1870. Ellender Allen, wife of Henry, can't tell what the last name says. Died November 7th, maybe, 1868. Yeah, so I don't know if that's the ones I'm looking for or not. But I'll try to find out later. Walk around and look at some more of these. I think some of them back that way are newer. I probably won't really go back that way as much, but there are some older ones still over here. Talbert Rockholt, May 1850 to October 26, 1927. And then just unknown. Somebody knows, but I don't know who's buried in these. Just it's all over the place. Look how narrow and tall. I'm 6 feet tall. And it comes up to here. That one's pretty tall. There's another one down there that's tall. That one's kind of interesting. I don't think I've seen one that's that exact shape. But if you're, if you got to be buried somewhere, this is a nice, peaceful place to be buried. I personally don't want to be buried. I want to be cremated. But if I had to be buried, this would be okay. Here's another Scott. I imagine I'm related to this person somehow. Don't really know how, but somehow. This one's kind of nice and simple. It's got both of them on there, mother and father. It's just small and simple, but I like that design. I'm going to try to keep this video a little bit shorter. I know I can kind of run on and on. So just doing a quick walkthrough. After I leave here, I'm going to go visit my mother and grandmother if they're home. I didn't call ahead to make sure they were going to be home because it was really just coming up to check out the cemetery. But since I'm all the way up here and it's, I don't know, a mile from here or something, I might as well stop in and see them. Maybe I'll take a picture of my grandmother and include her picture in this video if she's okay with it. A lot of these are just so hard to see what they say. Like this one, I don't know if there's anything even there. There's some words on this side, but I can't read them. Start making my way back over there to the church where I started. I rode my motorcycle because it's an absolutely beautiful day. I would ride the motorcycle every day of the year if I could. Like how this one, there's no proper headstone, but this looks like somebody had placed the military stone here, so at least you know who is buried here. Take one last look at the one that my grandmother said was the oldest grave out here, and that'll be it. Yeah, I wish I knew the date and the name on this. Well, I guess that's all for now. Making our way back over to the church and see what I come up with for the next one to visit. And hopefully you'll come along with me. Again, I've said it before, if you have suggestions of things, if I'm talking too much or anything you want to see me do different, please let me know. That way, I can make it enjoyable for you. But it's mostly just I like to take peaceful walks through and see what I see that's interesting. Again, thanks again for coming along with me, and I'll see you on the next one.